do it. What up? My name is Scott Redler, Chief Strategic Officer of T3Live.com. Welcome to today's recap and look ahead. So, feels like there's been some success this week, right? We've had a nice methodical week starting on Monday. They tried to suffocate tech and they couldn't, and we knew how to stand our ground based on our levels. From there, such nice action from Monday till today. So many names to rotate, whether it were the FANG names, whether they were some of the Kathy Wood names, whether they were, I don't know, there were really not that many Reddit type names. Little this, little that, right? Very big. I have a lot of very sophisticated terms out there. Little this, little that then this, little that, then this, little get above and stay above, get below and stay below. You know, I should write a book. Oh, I did, a few ebooks. You should read those about moving averages in my tier system. They'll definitely help you. So anyway, what's this? Oh, I don't even want to talk about Wish right now. That was just the last thing that I had up. Let's get to the S&P cash. Let's get rid of the sidebar. Goodbye. Hasta la vista. Let's get rid of this. And what do we have today? All of a sudden, new highs. Woo, just like that. How did that happen? What could have given you some clues? Well, Monday's potent move, right? Did I just make you dizzy moving this around? I just got a little dizzy myself. Anyway, oh, look at that. Redler put the high in today. He didn't put the low in. But anyway, with that being said, what could you have seen to get you from being cautious, get you away from the TVs telling you that this was supposed to be a very horrendous down week? Right here. Well, first of all, when we took back half of this bar, it all of a sudden said this bar meant absolutely nothing, right? No power. And then when we took out that high, then it's truly meant nothing. And then all of a sudden we're all the way up here. So I think my biggest loss of the week was my SPY hedge. And I did it very methodically. So if you were just trying to be short all week, you probably aren't a member of the service because I don't know who you're following or what planet you're on. If you've been a member of Redler Report and the Alpha team, we've been trying to massage, 10 to 20 to 30 names throughout the course of this entire, active sequence that did a double bottom in early May. And when we have a double bottom in the Qs, which was absolutely fantastic, starting here, that's, and then look at that sequence. Today, did we close a little bit more off the highs near the lows? Were the 8 days down here? Yes. So should you have, maybe put a hedge on, reduce some shares, or do a few things to adjust? That's what we do. Yes. But all in all, you could kind of move this up now to where the 8 day is. This right now, 349.17. Hey, look at that. Is the low, and that's your high. Not quite a topping tail, but look where the 8 day is. So maybe tomorrow we see a little bit of a little weakness or not. We'll see. The Dow, not even getting to Dow. The IWM, nice move. Ooh, look at this channel setting up. Will the IWM break out of this channel? Are you long already from here? I'm not long, but it's nice to see because why, if the small caps are going up, it shows you there is hunger or an appetite. Whether it's, what's the difference between appetite and hunger? You guys know? What would you think?
Appetite is how much you can eat. Hunger is.
Aren't you hungry? You
I have
want
a
to
big
eat?
appetite. I can eat a lot. I'm hungry, so I need food.
Okay. So if you're hungry, it's like you want it. You might not have a big appetite. You can have a little appetite, but if you're hungry, you want to eat whatever your appetite stands for. So if you're so when the market has an appetite for risk, you should be hungry for positions. I don't know, I'm babbling. Bottom line is you have a big goddamn channel here, and last time it got up here, maybe it was too premature. Next time, perhaps it gets above it, and if it gets above it, it will show you the appetite for risk is there, and you will probably see me, where I have all these names in a portfolio approach. You'll probably see me stay with them. I've been massaging a portfolio approach for months. Not months, since early May. What's today? June 24th. So, yeah, about a month and a half. And we've had it a few times. I feel like the biggest change in my methodology, if you call it a methodology, has been trying to focus on active sequences. What's an active sequence? It's a pocket in the market where you want to either have risk on or risk off. How do you determine that pocket in the market? By figuring out whether the S&P or whatever you're in is above the 21-day moving average. If it's above it, what does that mean? It's strong, there's momentum. You want to have a hunger for stocks. You want to have an appetite for risk. You want to have positions on. If we're below it, anything can happen. You're better off being tactical. There's no need to have risk on, especially if you trade for a living, right? If you want to trade, if you want to invest long term, that's a different story. You just put your S&P funds in every single month, and over time, you should make money. Bull market does win over time. So anyway, that's what the IWM looks like. It looks pretty damn good, to be honest. Maybe I'll play a breakout. I don't know. JP Morgan hit another threshold. Remember how scared everybody was? I'm so scared. I was scared too. When I was selling the 150 puts here, I'm like, oh my God, where could it go to? Maybe it can go to 142. So it's made me feel more comfortable knowing where I think it can go. And now all of a sudden, right back to the 8-day. Would I be long it into the stress test? I don't know. I'm not long it. I sold puts and I already took my premium. Would I be shorted? Maybe at 156, not right here. That's a bigger spot. So you'll see. I'm still short some Caterpillar puts. Did the same thing here. If you got out of the way, I started, into this little area. I started selling some puts and made really good money. And now it's coming back into the moving averages. Probably, no, what's the word? What's the word? It's not compelling to be long or short right here. It's a whole lot of nothing. So anyway, let's go to what's been making us money all week. First thing that made us a tremendous amount of money this week was Triple D. Right? What a fantastic trade. We were buying it in here. Boom. Still looks pretty good. I'm still in some. I bought a dip today, traded around it. Made us a lot of money. What else made us a lot of money this week? Palantir. We started from here. Anyway, nice extra move here as it's been riding the 8-day and above the 21-day. Very, very, very nice swing trade. What else has been making us a lot of money? Well, Frog was a good day trade. That was just another opportunity. Every time when I put some things that happen to look like the day before, which you have to know what the difference is. When I do my note every single day, I like to talk about the consistency of it. And when something is still trending, I talk about how it's been trending. And then at the end of the statement, I put on what I'm looking at today. So with that being said, I probably said, yeah, big trade for us since May 11th. I like to talk about what you should have seen. I did add yesterday through 25.94, which was the pivot, which was right here, because that was an extra cash flow trade. It hit a high of 26.35, whatever that was. I trim and manage it as it seems like it's on its way to 27.47, not quite there yet. So that is a little bit of a summary and a little bit of an actionable statement, right? Triple D, what do we say there? Big focus for us the past two sessions. That was down here, okay? But obviously, it held up yesterday, which was this day. I'll try and stock with it. What the hell is that? What kind of spelling is that? I'll try and stay with it. Come on, you should have caught that.
I changed it on the note.
I'll try and stay with it as it seems like higher prices are coming, but I'll be smaller, right? Doesn't it make sense to be smaller here versus here or through these points? So that's the strategy.
TTD was good today.
TTD was very good. You're right. That was good. Woo! Sorry. Did I just do that? Anyway, we were playing it down here saying, oh, 10-for-1 stock split. It announced it when the market was horrendous. So that's when we did the options, made some money. I could have made a lot more money if I would have went on with my options till tomorrow, but you know what I say about that. Anyway, I did rebuy it back, and I sold into that. I sold a little early, right around 74. What a move. What a candle. Basically, it's saying to the bears. What was that? I didn't see it. That's the kind of candle it is, the middle finger to or the igniting candle. But I'd be careful now. It might need some time to digest. Wow, what a candle. Jeez. So CCIV wasn't as powerful. You had to buy it the last 2 days and trim into some strength, and then it went red. I still have some left on. I still think it could take a little bit of time. SKLZ, wasn't as good as I would have liked. It went as high as 20.95. I think it still could work its way higher. I'm still in it, but smaller. TDOC, nice buy yesterday. It's nudging its way higher. I bought it around 160, 165.86. I'm still in, but I'm smaller. There's nothing I'm like super duper that big in right now. I'm just like kind of trying to protect the massage. Protecting massage, two big technical terms, meaning, you know, sell to some strength and not get caught. I don't want to get caught because we have like less than a week left in the quarter, and I want to book my money so I can get paid, so I can pay for my wife's new kitchen and floors and, you know, closet and steam shower. Anyway, no. Yeah, that's what's happening in my house. We decided not to move, and starting Monday, I'm going to have no house. Everything's going to be under construction, so I might be a little irritable, so don't hold it against me. I have to move in with Red Pup. You have any room over there? I'll go into Instapuffs.
Like 4 bedrooms.
You have 4 bedrooms? What about Cadence?
She can play with them.
She can play with the dog. All right, maybe I'll go to Red Pups. Can I leave Selena at home?
Chase can come.
Chase can come. Chase can come. All right. Or we can go to Instapup's hotel room. He's staying at the Suites, but he's going to be on his head and toes watching the Islanders.
Yeah, that's true.
Islanders, Game 7 coming up. When's that game?
Tomorrow night.
Tomorrow night. You going to be able to work tomorrow?
I have to keep my head in the game.
Yeah, you gotta keep your head in the game. Control what you can control. Anyway, nice little push. Tesla, what a fantastic move. Just like that. My goodness gracious. That's where I made a lot of my money yesterday into today. Was buying it, added to it, held it. I sold it into strength today. I'm still short some puts. Went as high as 697 now. Let it hold. Red Pup. Where is the number?
I put in the numbers.
Where's the low? Do I have to refresh? Nope.
Yeah, refresh.
Oh, now refresh. You're doing it now, aren't you?
No, Zach was putting in some stock in probably.
It's still not there.
No, get the refresh for the browser.
The one on the top.
On top.
Oh, it's gone. Whoops. That's the BTF. Transpider. Let's see. Oh, Joe horses. Now it's not working. Transpider. This is what? This is, oh, that's one count. What the hell's going on here? Sorry, I'm having some technical difficulties. Remember that commercial from 1980? I'm in technical difficulties. Please stand by. Ah, there it is. Okay. Anyway, why is it still like fluttering? Anyway. All right, so see if it hangs above here. Let the moving averages catch up, and we'll probably get another trade to fill that. That was a really good trade. Facebook, I didn't own. A little extended. I sold it yesterday. I'm fine with it. If it opened down, maybe I buy it. If it opens up, I'll probably do a whole lot of nothing. Amazon, pretty potent down move today. I sold some puts for next week. I did it towards the end of the day. Let me get the alpha team back up. Alpha team coming in. Alpha team, which puts did I sell? Let me just show you why. Because sometimes I sell puts and people are like, you're very, very, very risky. Why do you do that? Why is that green? I have no idea. So Amazon puts that I sold to the 33.40s. I did it at 340 today. Just real quickly, because I'm like, why the hell is Amazon down 70 points and it was up 20? So it's a big range. So I said to myself, if Amazon, okay, is any good, well, how did I lose TrendSpider again? Hold on. What a day I'm having. All right. If it's any good, what did I just say? I sold the 33.40s. Like, why would Amazon, if I'm thinking about being long, thinking about it's going to break the range, thinking about it's going to hang in there, why would it get below this? That's a pretty big range move. Usually when I sell puts, you guys think I'm being, risky, but I'm really not. Okay, first of all, now let's move this down to here. Now let's get rid of this. By the way, this was a doji. Remember I said if it's going to be special, it's got to stay above here. It broke it, so that could have been your out. Okay, now let's get rid of this. So now it's just a little bit of a more loose, wide upper area, which Amazon is always loose and wide. It's a pain in the friggin' ass, to be honest with you. So anyway, 33.30. This low here is what, 33.35. So I sold 33.40, saying, hey, if this were to get to here, yes, I'd be losing money in the premium. It would probably spike up a little bit, but I would feel comfortable enough that here it would bounce off here from 31.72 to 33.50, 33.23. Next week, is it going to friggin' give that up? Barring some crazy, crazy, crazy situation in the market, it shouldn't. So I sold those puts for $13. You sell 10 of them, you sell them for 13 grand, and then you let it, work its way out besides trading it. Anyway, that's that. That's why I sold those puts, and that's why I chose that strike. I figured right around here. I didn't sell 33, 34, 31s. I could have sold those for like $60, and if it goes higher and make a lot of money, I'd rather make a little money and just have exposure. Same way I did with Tesla. When I sold the Tesla puts, I was saying to myself, shouldn't get below 631 after this day. So what did I sell in Tesla? Did I sell more puts today in Tesla? I have one. Sold the 600 and the 610s, and that was down here. No, I didn't sell more puts today. All right. I should have sold more puts. Anyway, I'll do it tomorrow if it comes in. This should never get back below 631 if it's going to be any good. It really shouldn't get too much below 667 if it's going to be, a momentum trade again. Those are just some thoughts. Apple, not the greatest candle today, but not the end of the world. Apple's been lagging. If you've been in it from here, I hit at 134.64. That's why I say I'm trying to sell strength and buy dips. Sell strength to buy a dip. Right? But now we'll see how this holds. The 8 days right here. So I would move this. Ooh, this thing is friggin' temperamental today. This is 132.93. This is 132.55. So we'll see. This is basically where it needs to hold, but this is the low here. I don't know why this keeps flashing like this. It's doing some serious stuff here. Some of the other ones that I tried to play today really didn't work so well, like SKLZ. Did I do that one already? I'm having a day. It's trying. I do think that this little energy sector that some of my sales trader friends said to get into earlier this week, which I did, I kind of think there's something cooking here. FUSO. Is that it? Or A? HUSA. It's looking decent. It's looking like it could take this out and go higher. So I'm in some from this day. I stayed with it. USEG. Looks like it's hanging out. Like at some point, it's going to get above this and go. And then you have the leader of that group, which I did buy today, which has been hard because every time it's had a crazy move, there's been no follow through. Maybe soon it has some follow through. So I'm in those three names. I know nothing about them, to be honest. They're just technical trades and part of my system here, and we'll see how that goes. I don't have huge money in them. I just have, some money in them.
Got
Roku. Look how extended. You guys should take a look at my day count rule. Day 1, I'm usually a buyer. Day 2, I could add, especially if it clears an area, which is what it did right here. Day 3, I would probably be very, very small. Day 4, I'd be like so happy with myself that I stayed with it. And then day 5, I'd probably be shorting it and upset that I'm losing money, and then I'd get paid today, and then I'd wait for the moving averages to catch up. So that's Roku. Wish. I bought a lot of options yesterday into this move. Today was a little painful. I went after it a little earlier than I probably should have. Excuse me. What the hell's going on here? And then it had a big move, so at the end of the day I bought the stock, and I'm in a lot of calls, as you can see here from yesterday. I have the 15s, the 17s, and the 20s for July 2nd and July 16th has been ginormous. Ginormous, have you heard that word? Ginormous calls up being bought. So I bought some, besides the stock. And now it looks like it cleared 14, 41, and 15. Oh, it's already above that. When did that happen? Oh, that's why my Pinot's going up. How much of this do I have? Oh, decent amount. Let me trim a little bit into this to have enough options. I don't know if the news came out or what the story is here, but it's going up. 1480s, $15 is the price, and I have a lot of options. So we'll see. You guys are mad at me today about this. Like, what's going on with Wish? What's going on with Wish? Like, I don't know. I bought July's. Today kind of sucked for me too. I traded it to go green. It didn't work. And then they came back and it was strong, and I went back to it. You know why? Because I didn't remember that I bought it this morning. It didn't work. So I went back to it. That's what traders do. You go back to it. A lot of volume today. Jeez. What else? AMD I've been just sitting with all week. Nice move. Wow. Think how much money we made on this day. Held it. Held our breath. And now all of a sudden new highs. I'm smaller though. The video looks like it could use a little bit of a rest. Also extended a little doji. Made a nominal higher high, not much. This is where the 8-day is, so I'd be careful. You could see that every now and then it does come back to the 8-day. So it's a little bit extended, so I wouldn't be so, overly extended there. NBAO did a whole lot of nothing today. Yeah, a little green day is better than a red day. Fundamental story is just getting stronger and stronger, but the stock price doesn't show it yet, so you just want to keep it in the drawer, and at some point, I think it friggin' has a nice move, and we'll wait for that. Just don't let it deter your day. We did make some pretty big money in Bitcoin this week and the crypto sector. Why? Because 30,000 was a key spot. It went below. Did it stay below? It went below. Did it stay below? No. It reclaimed it. And now let's take a look at Bitcoin. Bitcoin making its way back towards 36,000. I have I bought 4 different things when I saw 30,000 get reclaimed when it was like 3060, and I tweeted it out. No, did I tweet it out? No, I spoke to the virtual trading floor about it. It just was fast, and I think I'm up 30% in MATIC and ADA and Mana, and not quite as much as that in Ethereum. Let's see, I have an offer to sell some Ethereum if we can get up towards, this 2240 area. It's definitely lagging, but it could play a little catch up to here, especially if, if Bitcoin gets a little more traction and can work its way back towards this 36. I don't know why Trend Spider starts to quiet down and doesn't like to move when I do Bitcoin. Maybe, are you guys on it? No, you're sitting back there on your phone, chilling out. Okay, so we'll see how that happens. ADA, you get somebody to ask me if I could do the chart. This too held support, that's why I bought it down here. Now it looks like, I'd be trimming into this resistance of $1.40. Matic held support also. I'd be trimming into this, $1.30 area. It's probably not going to get above there anytime soon. Mana, I just sold some at 54 cents. It's been really weak. I guess where could it go? I'll make its way back towards 60 cents and then a little bit more. Remember back here, just so you guys know, Bitcoin and altcoins or whatever it is, they trade with technical rules also. Remember when it was like tight, big move, tight, big move, and then right here at $1.26 is when it broke all the moving averages, or even $1.30. So you could get out $1.30 and $1.26. That's when crypto changed. That's when this changed, and you have to hold your breath and go underwater all the way down to where we finally found the low here at 37 cents, and I bought it at 39 cents for a trade. That's nice. But anyway, charts are charts, technicals. They help you with any asset class. You can trade any asset class using my moving averages rules by using a tier system and price action, relative strength, or weakness. And be safe. I'd rather you always be safe versus having an opinion and holding your breath and going underwater. And I don't want anyone to drown. Even though you think you can hold your breath for a long time, sometimes you just drown. So why do that? Use the moving averages. It's like a life preserver. It'll always keep you afloat. I just came up with that. I don't know. You guys like that one?
Yeah.
That's pretty good. Cheers. All right, it's 4:46. I hope everyone's having a good week. we'll see what tomorrow brings. Let's end on a high note. The quarter's coming to an end. We'll go over that a little bit more next week, and we'll just continue to do our best. That's all you can do. You want to become the best version of yourself. You don't want to be someone else because you can't sustain being someone else. But what you can do is become a better version of yourself. How do you do that? By being honest with yourself on how you approach your process. Do you give it enough time? Are you up early enough? Are you prepared enough? Do you trust yourself? Can you handle your risk? Do you think you could do, hold more shares than you can? Are you getting, pretty much just, what's the word? Scared out of things without using the proper technique on whether the trade changes. It's not about how much money you're going to lose or make. It's about whether the trade changes. That's where your stops should be. If you're doing it based on the amount of money you don't want to give up after trading to 11:30, then it's your share size. It's not, whether the trade changes. And once you figure that out, you'll be able to leave intraday. You'll be able to blow off some steam. You'll be able to come back refreshed, and you'll be able to do this for 22 plus years like me. Or not. Have a good night, guys. Thanks for tuning in. I'll see you in the morning. Bye-bye.